Hello and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. It has been a really long time. I think maybe 1 or 2 months. It's been a really long time. And yes, this is me. This is what I look like if you haven't seen me. This is a completely different background from what you've probably seen in the past if you have seen me before. Because I've moved home. I lost my home. I got evicted. So, here I am in a new place. And here I am making videos again. Because I really have nothing better to do. I mean, Stranger Things Season 3 came out today, but I'm waiting for people to be here so we can all watch it together. So you know when this video was recorded, Stranger Things got released today. It is the 4th of July. The game is running like absolute shit, and I don't know why. It wasn't running this bad when I tested it, but it could be because I'm recording, and I haven't recorded in a while. So there could be something going on there. Nah, actually, I was going to say, and this is the first Kingdom Come video with webcam. But I believe I should probably zoom in, because this is going in the corner. There's no point in me not having it in a decent position. Does that look better or does that look worse? Does that look better or does that look worse? This looks better. Should have done this before I started recording. I want to quickly apologise if the light here is annoying you. There's a cat here, but you can't see it because the cat's white. But there's a very, very sleepy cat there. So let's leave that cat to its sunbathing. This game has actually done an update, and I was really scared that the game was broken, because the update broke my mods, and it meant that my save file would no longer load. But one thing we got is we got a new quest. We've got the quest we were doing, but we've also, if we have a look over here, new DLC quest. So, yeah. If you want to see me do A Woman's Lot and Band of Bastards, haven't been able to afford it yet. I'm still looking for work. So when I've got the money, I will buy that DLC so I can play that DLC before I complete this series. Because I've been doing this series since this game released. That is how long it's taken me to complete this game. In the time it's taken me to complete this game, I've completed Persona 5 4 times. 3 times. I'm on my fourth playthrough. Am I on my 3rd playthrough? I don't know. I'm just really enjoying that game. Which may or may not be a spoiler for if not this video hasn't come out yet. I'll probably leave this in just because no one's gonna watch that list video anyway. And even if a lot of people do watch that list video, no one's gonna watch this video. So either way, nobody's gonna watch. Nobody's gonna know that I gave it away. Let's see what the new quest is. Even though I did say in the last video, we're gonna do story stuff. I'm gonna go back on my word because I'm a man who goes back on his word, apparently. Not a good thing. But yeah. So I've actually been playing this out video for the Steam sale, because they've had special little thingies where, you know, you do some certain tasks in the game and then you unlock points towards the sale. Yeah. Yes, yeah, it doesn't matter. The quest wasn't working, so.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sahanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
Oh, Sakra. That doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I wonder what he wants to lecture me about this time. And you, because you're going with me.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the better.
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front of Hanush. But I see it wasn't necessary. You look as smart as any courtier.
Thanks. I'll try my best.
So I see. But you can come and get those clothes later anyway. They're a little worn, but they're as fine as anything you'll get in the county.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy. causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't. Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with a remnant of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Camburg. That name is familiar.
Yeah, he's kin to the Oleshna lords, too. A cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. Got a report that Wulfrin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family affair, after all. Maybe more to it than meets the eye. The important thing is to get that damn scavenger out of the domain. If possible, without bloodshed. I can't afford to lose any men over this business. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Very well, Uncle.
Get to work, then.
So have you heard a Discord noise? Like that? That's on me. I need to mute Discord. Something that I normally do, but I forgot to do because I haven't recorded in a long time. That can get covered up because I just showed Discord. Yeah, so that cutscene was a part of the Amorous Adventures DLC that we did a while back. Go to Bernard and join the squad.
Tell me, Captain, how come this Wulflin is attacking his own kin?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wulflin?
Nothing in particular, just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Camburg clan is cursed.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wulfin's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning. The youngest, Wilhelm. And his face was disfigured. They say the witch deceived the Countess, and it was Satan himself who impregnated her.
And you believe that story?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. As for Wulfin, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he appeared from nowhere. There are folk who say death has no power over him.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfen, and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
All right, Captain. I'll do that. Where are the farms?
One is uphill from Neuhof, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north from our camp.
I'm thinking though, shouldn't I wait until daytime? Because if I come at night, like I'm holding a torch, I will be blatantly clear of what my intentions are. Alright, well, time to head off and investigate. We've waited around, I should probably eat, and we will be all good to... I just moved that to the horse. Whoops. And we'll be good to check out these places. So, first one we're going to head to is going to be B over here. So we're going to check out the southern farm, and then we'll check out the northern farm, which is over there. So, I'll go to the southern one first. I will say, I really can't wait to start my second playthrough of this game. Because, I really want to replay the earlier stages and see what I do differently now. That I'm much more experienced with the game and that I know what I'm doing a lot better. I'm also really looking forward to the mod support coming out. I think we're going to get some amazing things with that mod support. What I really want is of course performance fixes, if possible. But I'm also really wanting to see... I should save. I'm also really wanting to see just what people can make and if people can make custom quest lines. Because I think that's one of the things that I'm most looking forward to. Even if there's no voice lines, you know, being used, like... Even if it's just text, like, it's fine.
Captain Bernard sent me. It's about that attack.
Well, they came, took everything they could, and rode off again. I don't know what else I can tell you.
We're trying to catch up with that gang, so I need to hear every detail you can tell me.
What do you want to know?
How many of them were there?
2 or 3. I'm not sure. My head's still in a spin.
Which way did they go?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. My husband made me hide indoors, and I only saw them through the window.
So your husband was outside?
Yes, he tried to parley with them.
What did they take?
Not much. We haven't a pot to piss in, which I told them in no uncertain terms as soon as they came here.
So you're telling me they came here, you told them there was nothing worth taking, and they just rode off again, without further ado?
More or less.
But just a while ago, you told me you were indoors the whole time.
Yes, I was. Mostly.
So were you inside or outside? Did you talk to them or not?
Well, like I say, it was confusing. I don't remember much.
Look here, I'm not sure what happened here, but I can't shake the feeling you're holding something back.
No, it's just, it all happened so quickly. I'm still bewildered from it all.
I'm the one who's bewildered. Let me make one thing clear. Those bandits are led by Sir Wolfling, Baron of Camberg, and he's not just some common outlaw. If we don't catch him, there'll be hell to pay. So you better speak up, no matter what happened here.
Lord Jesus, why must we be persecuted so?
So, what really happened here?
First, promise me you'll get rid of them.
That's exactly what I'm here for.
They came a few days ago, took a pig and a sack of apples. We put up no resistance. I noticed one of them had an injured leg, so I offered to treat it for him.
That was very Christian of you, considering they came to rob you.
All I cared about was that they wouldn't kill us.
Go on. What happened then?
They rode off, and I prayed we'd seen the last of them. Only the same evening, they came back again. One of them had been wounded, and they wanted me to take a look at him. They gave me some coin and took me to their camp. And in the morning I came home again.
I'd like you to lead me there.
I won't go to their camp, no. but I know of a place where you'll have a good view of it.
That'll do me.
I'm not going any further. If they saw me, I'd be done for. The camp's not far away in this direction.
Thanks. And don't worry, I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
I found that encampment.
Ah, I'm glad to hear it. Is it far?
Not really.
How many men did you see?
Not more than 5.
Only 5? You must have lost a few men in the skirmish with Molota. Well, we'll finish the job. Wulflin of Camberg must hang from the ramparts and Rattay tonight.
Sounds good to me, Captain.
Don't get too cocky. These skirmishes in the woods can get tricky. Who knows what the bastard has up his sleeve. Anyway, I'll round up the men and you can lead us to this camp of theirs.
Of course. Ready when you are.
Going to equip my helmet, because that seems like a smart idea. Oh, there's more than 5. That's quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe about 10 to 15 of them. Wow, not a lot of them. Oh, there goes the FPS. Oh, man. That is the one problem with large scale battles, though, is because the AI is designed for one-on-one fights. When there's too many people, the AI sometimes just kind of stand there and they get stuck, not knowing where to move and what to do.
Come and get it! Jesus Christ!
I think I just hit Bernard. I don't just snap his neck. Henry!
Victory is ours, Captain.
Praise the Lord. My men are no easy pickings. And you and Sir Hans helped us a lot.
What now?
We'll break camp and head back to the castle. You ought to go on ahead and report to Sir Hanush.
Yes, Captain.
I might as well stay back and loot, because I might as well loot. Let's be honest. It's not the very Christian thing to do, but I'm not a Christian. Maybe my next playthrough I can play it as a Christian, you know, like no looting dead bodies. If I'm gonna get gear, I've got to, you know, I've got to make my money legitimately. I can't just go around murdering people. It's not Christian to... Nah, I guess I'll think about this properly. Like, maybe we can do like a separate series where I try and play it as a Christian, where I pick every like Christian answer to everything, and I just play it proper Catholic. Well, I think we've looted everything worth looting. Only problem is this left me very, very encumbered.
God bless. What trouble?
I have news from the camp, Sir Hanush.
Speak.
Unfortunately, we couldn't avoid a skirmish.
Where's Hans? I hope he's not.
There's no need to worry, my lord. Lord Capon's alive and well. Lord Capon is busy celebrating.
So you succeeded.
Wulflin is dead, and his men routed. Captain Bernard and the others are hunting them down in the woods right now.
By God, that's excellent news. I must say, Henry, after all that's happened recently, I'm glad something finally turned out well.
So am I, sir.
And I think you deserve to be rewarded for your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
See you later.
I got a cutlass. Cutlass? Cutlass. Whatever the word is. Whatever that damn word is. I don't know these goddamn contraptions. These goddamn armor shit. It's probably weakening what I'm already. Yeah, it's weakening what I'm already wearing, but only by 1 point. Literally by 1 point. We're just gonna sell the shit off, and then we'll head over to Cobbler, Sir Ragzig, and then we'll just let him know about the monastery, and then we'll continue with whatever we've got available.
Good to see you, lad. Sir Hanush told me you won his tourney. Good job, Henry.
Sir, this investigation into the Neuhof massacre... It's getting a bit complicated.
What have you found out?
I tracked down a gang of robbers who recruited killers for Pribyslavitz. They know the Horsons who torched Neuhof.
That's excellent news. Did you find out any more?
So far, not much. If I'm going to infiltrate them, I have to do what they say. That means murdering one of their former cronies, a fellow they call Pius. Apparently he was at Neuhof too.
You have to kill a criminal to prove yourself to them? Huh. I don't much like the sound of it.
That's not the worst of it. This Pius is hiding out in the monastery pretending to be a novice. I'd have to get inside the cloisters to get at him.
Good God above, that's another matter entirely. They don't let just anyone into the cloisters, and the abbot won't give up any of the novices. Secular law has no jurisdiction inside the monastery. But this is the second time that something untoward has happened there. First the counterfeiters, now this. I'd be glad to have someone take a look inside.
It seems like the only way to find Pius is to join the order. Damned if I know how, though.
A bit of meditation and learning would do you good. If it's really the only way to get to him, then you'll have to do it. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. Sadly, my relations with the monastery aren't entirely congenial. You'll have to figure something out for yourself.
What should I do with Pius once I find him?
Don't kill him. Bring him to the bailiff in Rattay. He'll interrogate the man and give him a fair trial.
It doesn't sound like an easy task, sir. Getting into the cloisters, finding Pius, and then getting him to the bailiff.
Far from it, lad. But I have confidence in your abilities. Goodbye.
And so welcome back. So you've seen that cutscene now, and that's what I did by accident before. And so yeah, we can continue. What are we gonna continue with now? What are we gonna do? Probably in the main story, because this is gonna take ages doing the whole monastery bit. But I'm also tempted to start the DLC, so that I can have a look at what the DLC missions are. There's a DLC mission at Talmberg as well. You know what, actually, rather than doing that, let's go and see if they've added anything new for Teresa.
God be with you, Henry. Congratulations on your victory in the tournament.
About that evening.
Ah, yes. I never thanked you properly for helping me with the laundry. That storm would have carried it off to God knows where.
Oh, I think you thanked me enough. But next time we should take shelter somewhere else. That hayseed gets into places it shouldn't, and itches like mad.
Henry, you donkey. You really know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you? And anyway, what do you mean by next time? Just what exactly do you have in mind for the two of us?
Well, we'll be together. Like a couple. And when the time comes, you'll take me as your husband, right?
You're full of yourself, aren't you? But that's not how things are done.
Well, obviously, under normal circumstances, I'd ask your pa for your hand, but...
Papa? Yes. He'd set the dogs on you. Now you'd have to get Uncle Peshek's blessing.
I reckon I'd have no better luck with him. Unless he saw a way to profit from it.
And I'd have a sack of flour for my dowry. But seriously, Henry, what kind of husband would you make? You can't sit still in one place for an hour at a time.
Well, I've got a lot of duties, but... I'm very fond of you, you know. And maybe one day...
I know, you silly sod. We can't get married yet. But we can still see each other and be fond of each other.
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll somewhere?
I'd love to. I love it here by the water. But how come you've been so quiet the whole time? What's on your mind?
You're on my mind.
Oh? In what way?
Oh, you know. How pretty you look in that.
Ah. You think I look pretty, do you?
Yeah. Especially when you laugh.
I was afraid you'd say especially when you've no clothes on.
Well, now that you mention it.
Come here, you charmer.
Can I be of service to you, Sir Divish? I've heard talk that something is going on in Pribyslavitz.
Henry, you've come at just the right moment. I sent a man to Pribyslavitz. My locator, Marius.
What's a locator?
A land allocator. I charged him with checking on the condition of the settlement to see if we can start rebuilding it.
Oh, it's not DLC. Fair enough. I just hadn't activated this one yet.
You're planning to resettle the village?
Yes.
Why Pribyslavitz of all places?
Because it's been lying fallow and falling into ruin since it was sacked by Havelmedic years ago. It's about time that changed.
Well, it should be safe there now. We trounced that rabble on the battlefield.
Yes, and that's why I sent my master locator there. However, he should have been back long since.
If you've no objection, I could go and look for him.
I'd appreciate that. He probably just got delayed. But I'd be happier if you checked it out.
Got another DLC mission here.
What's the matter?
It's the tourney. It always upsets me.
Why would the tourney upset you?
It brings back sad memories about my son Svartalfluk. God rest him. He always loved sword fighting. Even when he was just a lad, he used to duel with his mates with sticks. And for years he saved every groschen he got so as he could buy a real weapon. Wasn't long before he had the hang of all sorts of fancy strikes and feints. So when he heard Sir Hanush was holding tourneys for common folk, he was first in line to enroll.
I see. And he got hurt in the arena?
Oh, heavens no. Sir Hanush set the rules in such a way that nobody would suffer more than a bruise or two. And he makes damn sure the rules are obeyed.
So what happened to him then?
Well, this fella by the name of Peter enrolled. They called him Black Peter on account of the colour he wore. He beat all comers. No man could match him. Only Svartalfluk was determined to take him, so he started training all the hours God gave. He even started going to Captain Bernard for lessons. And in the last tourney, he got the better of Black Peter in the end and won the prize. Only he never came home that day. I figured he was having a drink in Rattay to celebrate his victory. But he didn't even turn up in the morning, and I started getting worried. I was just on my way to look for him when some merchants came by. They found my boy by the road just past Rattay. He was still alive, but he was burning up and shaking like a leaf. I sent for the sawbones right away. But before the day was out, I had to send for the priest.
Do you think it was this Black Peter who killed him?
It was the first thing crossed my mind. Aye. But there's no proof. It could have been anyone, I suppose.
Do you know anything about this Black Peter?
No, not much. I asked around, but nobody knew nothing much about him. Except he was a stuck-up bastard. He always just turned up for the tourney, took his prize and vanished.
Did Svartalfluk have any wounds?
Only a couple of scratches and bruises from the tourney. Nothing that would kill a man. Not even the sawbones could figure out what done him in.
I think I can tell you what happened to Svartalfluk.
Really?
The fact that he died just after beating Black Peter and winning the tourney was no coincidence.
So it was that bastard?
Yes. Black Peter lay in wait and ambushed me. He's a nasty piece of work. I reckon after losing the tourney, he lay in wait for your son like he did me and did something to him. Only I don't know exactly what.
Merciful God, I knew it. But how did you get away from the fucker? Did you kill him?
Nah, he was no match for me. I sent him straight to hell where he belongs.
Thank you. It won't bring my boy back, but it gives me some peace to know you avenged his death. Here, take this. It's not much, but it's all I have.
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I think I did come across that guy at some point, but it happened so long ago. This is the issue now with these DLCs coming out so late, is I've already done all of these things months and months ago, and now they've only just added like the conclusion to certain parts of those quests and things that you do. So yeah, I probably done a lot, and I just don't remember it because it was done months ago, and the endings and all that have only just been put in. So unfortunately, you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. That said, they are going to be working on something big once the final DLC has come out, which is the modding support. Apparently, according to THQ doing their acquisition, they're going to be working on a big unannounced project, which could be the third act, which has been rumoured, and even I've bought into those rumours. It's a potential. If it does happen, that'll be incredible. But if we don't get a third act, then I understand if it's for Kingdom Come, whatever Kingdom Come the next one is called. So we just gotta wait for that. But we will be saying goodbye to Henry. But hopefully we find out what happens to Henry and that lot once we, you know, get to the next game in the series. So yeah, we just got to wait and see what they're working on. If it's Act 3, I'm going to be so happy. Because more of this game is amazing. So yeah. We can end here now after an hour and a half. Yeah, we're done. So next we're going to do the monastery. And then once we've done the monastery, we'll go around and we'll do whatever DLC missions I can find that I haven't done that are available. I think I've collected all of them in this video now. So yeah, see what we can do next time. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.